The existence of heaven and hell, or the before life or afterlife. Mm.
That is a question I'm sure everybody has had at some point, some moment in their life, whether it be losing someone close to you or coming towards the end of your own life.
Even in any religion,
Exactly.
like it's just across the board.
What
The
what
afterlife
is
is
there something?
portrayed in every single religion on the planet.
Is there something after? And then it's also the reward versus punishment phase for living right by your beliefs, or I guess beliefs set up within that particular standard, the reward, and then for not and for doing heinous things, a punishment.
Now, what do you believe about that? Like, we're just gonna start off with that right there, that statement. Do you believe in the afterlife that you are punished for the sins or anything bad that you did during your lifetime?
This is my roller coaster ride, mine alone. I'm not trying to sell anybody on it. I personally believe once you're gone, you're gone. I think it'll resort just like to the fact of when before you're born you have no memories. When you die, you'll have no memories. You
Wait,
don't know.
well, you know what's crazy about that concept?
So,
Just because you have no memories doesn't mean there wasn't any events happening. Like in the womb, do
okay.
they experience any kind of consciousness?
Well, then let me restate that. My personal belief and my hope is for me, it's just me alone speaking. Once the end comes, I would like it to be the end. I don't need to do any more.
Just endless nothingness. Well, you wouldn't even
I
experience it
wouldn't
if it
know.
was,
I
right?
wouldn't know, and I'm
Oh,
fine. For
no,
me,
that's
I'm
the
fine with
thing.
that because, to me, that's just gonna carry on the same value I had in life. I'm not really gonna benefit anybody in a big cloud in the sky with everyone happy, or burning in a lake of fire.
Do you believe in that? Do you believe like there is an endless torment if you had a bad life or you were a sinner?
Again, reward versus punishment, and then of course, if people believe in a deity or deities, if there is a loving God, where's the lovingness in being tortured to death?
Well, not to death.
Well, you
Endlessly.
don't die. That's right, you don't
For
die.
the
And then
sins.
again, if not, you're living in the sky with the reward, seeing your loved ones, which is cool. I could see that because you're seeing everyone that passed before, reunited with them, and that's a good idea. But for me personally, I want. I don't care for either or. I just don't want it.
You don't care or you don't believe in either one.
Part of me thinks there's something after. Really thinks there's the conscious goes on after. Personally, but I really don't want a part of it. Basically, when my time comes, I want it to be over just because I will not contribute anything to it. I know that, and I'm not being, maybe being conceited. If a lot of people say I will be, but I don't think I will not contribute anything. Just like in this life, I don't contribute anything to it. Just if I'm not serving a purpose, don't let me exist. That's my thing.
You know what's crazy? I don't really have an opinion on either or. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No one
But I do
does.
have some theories that make sense. Like,
Okay.
I have some thoughts. Like, the show Supernatural, for instance.
Mm.
I think they got it pretty close to believable. Lack of a better word, believable.
And
Like,
what's their version of heaven and hell?
their version of heaven is reliving their greatest memories during life
Okay.
over and over again.
Over and
But
over. Wow.
their counterpart to that, their counterpart to their version of hell is they get endless torture. Like literal torture, like Hellraiser torture. There's so many different versions of hell.
Yeah.
That I honestly think that's one theory that I believe that it would be almost an exact replica. You would relive your worst memories as well.
Mm.
And that's just one theory that I think of. Because I honestly don't know.
And to me, both of them sound kind of frightening. Because yes, the of course the bad memories, the torture, yes, definitely bothersome. But then the greatest hits on a constant loop. And would you know, or would you be like in a drug-induced state where you don't know, you're just
Wow.
living it, not knowing?
Damn, that
That's
is
what gets me.
another question right there. Like, would you?
Don't know.
I mean, eventually, it is your most favorable memory, your most happy memory.
But
I mean, according to this,
but if you keep
this
repeating
subject.
it, how can it be happy still?
Exactly. Like,
Umpteen
would it be that special if you relive it over and over again?
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be, right?
That's the question.
If you have consciousness to realize that it's over and over again.
Yeah.
Now that's some crazy shit right there.
So I mean, I don't know. It's to me, it's not an easy question. It all comes down to beliefs.
Well, check this out. Okay, we're gonna go with the theory that there's nothing in the afterlife. Would you realize that there was nothingness?
I would hope not, because that would be
It
terrifying
would be
in
torture.
itself.
Either
To
way,
know that you're buried alive or buried, considered dead, just waiting for the judgment day, I guess, in the Judeo-Christian sense. I would hope, for me, death, I want it to be like going to sleep, not knowing.
and that's it.
Just like before
It's
you're
the
born. I have no memories
Nothing
before I was
after,
born.
nothing before.
Simply nothing. Body breaks down, feeds the earth, do whatever.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, if there's nothingness, right? You don't remember before or after. Would you even consider it being before or afterlife, or just life in general?
Back to the argument, if there's a
Right.
beginning, there has to be an end.
And end is just, that's it. Game over.
In some senses, or the end just might be the beginning of something new, according to what a lot of people
I mean, it
believe
depends
about
what
the
you believe,
afterlife.
yeah. It depends
So-
what you believe. And that's a
It's
crazy
a
concept,
rabbit
man.
hole, man. It's a rabbit
It
hole.
is.
and
Endless possibilities, because nobody really knows.
No one's gonna know that till their last day on Earth, and then. But what I do believe is, no one truly dies until when you do pass from this plane of existence, whether there's something else after or not. You only truly die when the last person that thinks of you or remembers you passes themselves. That's when true death occurs.
Because you got to think about it, man. Even in the afterlife, some names in history, the most famous names in history, live on after that.
Exactly,
And those
man.
are people. The last person that knew that person is gone, but their name
Who will
name
mourn
lives
me
on,
when I
man.
die? Who will miss me the most? It's the same reason you have funerals, because we go and how much that person meant to us in our life, and how we have to continue on without him. And in the same sense, if you were able to be conscious somehow for your own funeral, to see how many people miss you. I mean,
That would be torture in itself, man.
would it be, or would it make you feel good? Some type of vindication to how you lived your life? I don't know.
Me personally, I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to know if they miss me or not. Either way. If they did, I wouldn't want to know either way, man. It would hurt to be missed so badly and not be able to be there to console my loved ones.
Well, apparently, once you do that, you have peace. Hence, the rest in peace, depending on what
Yeah. I mean,
hemisphere you're looking at as far as heaven and the afterlife. I
like
don't
you
know.
said, endless rabbit hole.
And of course, some you actually come back and get to do it all over again. Incarnation. So,
Well, check this shit out. Okay. I say this shit all the time. And I'm not trying to get political, but it kind of crosses over a little bit. But, okay. Somebody had told me, it was a friend of mine, we were having this conversation about global warming and taking care of the environment. And I know I kind of sound like an asshole, but they told me, well, don't you want your relatives that lived on, don't you want them to have, like, a long time to live on this earth, or you want their environment to be a little better? And my answer, my personal answer, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just telling it straight. Like, I honestly don't care, because I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm gone. I don't have an opinion. I don't really give a shit. Like, oh, okay, let's not burn fossil fuels. Let's not fucking put gas in our car. Let's go vegetable oil or whatever the fuck they want to put in their car.
another rabbit hole for some. For
honestly,
some, there's a solution, but
I love gasoline.
I mean,
It gives
the way it smells, the way it tastes.
No,
or
the
feels,
way it fucking makes your car run, because diesel doesn't burn the same way.
Okay.
I mean, that traveled over politically a little bit, but whatever. It goes into the same concept, you know what I mean? Like, the afterlife. That's some scary shit, man. That is some scary shit.
Well, one thing we know, death is assured for all of us.
That is a definite.
But it's how you live your life that counts. So, coming from me, I'm sure that's like one of the most oddest things to say, but It's how you live your life that counts.
Why do you think that's odd that you're saying it?
Oh, I think I'm a waste of space myself personally. I
Yeah.
really do. No, I know.
I know
honestly,
you do.
I
No,
know,
I'm
but
not. I'm not saying you're lying about that. I'm just saying, like, you.
So many good people have passed away before me, younger
Yeah.
than me, same age as me, older than me, children, and it shouldn't be.
Well,
That's why I think I have that cynical view of it, I guess.
well, you know what my opinion is on that. My opinion is that it's not how great you lived your life. I think it's more how you left your mark. Because to be honest with you, whether you think you did anything in your life worth whatever, doesn't even matter. Okay, well, that's your opinion, right? Like, you don't think you made a mark. But, like, say, me and my brothers, you left a mark on us. You left an impression on us to where you're going to be missed if you did.
Well, don't get me wrong, my offspring too. I mean, that is my one contribution to this world. Though I didn't have much to do with it.
And he's an awesome son of a bitch. You gotta fucking say that shit, man. You gotta at least admit that, because you know what? I could say the same thing with my kids.
Yeah.
Like, if there was anything good that I did on this earth that was unselfish, it would be my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
there's some little fucking, there's some great little fucking accidents. I can tell you that, and I mean that in the most truthful way I can say it. They were accidents, but I love them to death.
I mean, again, viewpoint.
They're a blessing to me.
There you go.
They're an accidental blessing. But you know what? It doesn't mean I don't love them to death, because I fucking do. I would do anything for my kids. And it's just the thought of that. Oh, well, fuck, man. You know what's crazy? We were watching. Oh, you were watching that movie Hostels earlier.
Yes.
Hostels.
Yes.
Oh my god, that gives you the gut wrenching feeling in your stomach. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to see it, there's gonna be a little bit of spoilers right now, because I'm gonna give a little bit away. Okay. In any history story, nothing like completely mainstream, something just about the acting, nothing that wants to be famous for storytelling. But in any great movie that's made, there's always an incredible sadness that started it off. Just like that movie. Horrible sadness that started that movie off. And I'm not going to give away too much, but it had to do with children.
It's kind of the central theme, though. I mean,
And it gives you that how do you say, like, relatability. You can relate to that, because if you have children, you can relate to that shit.
I mean,
And hurt. And it hurts. And that goes right back into the afterlife thing, man. What the fuck happens? We don't fucking know.